Good morning. I'm Ron Moore, and this is your morning cup of motivation from Fields of Grace Church, the church with no walls. Looks like we're at an old camp meeting place here right now, but which goes along with the title of "You Don't Have to Live Outside the Camp." Now, what I mean by that is, if you're a student of the Old Testament, you know there were so many things that if you did, you had to go live outside the camp for a few days. If you happen to touch Uncle Jacob at his funeral, you're unclean, you have to go outside the camp. If you happen to touch a woman who was in the bad time of the month, you had to go outside the camp. There's so many things there that you had to go outside the camp. You had an X-rated dream, you had to go outside the camp. I mean, I'm telling you, all the things that you had to keep up with, the do's and don'ts. Talk about a lot of do's and don'ts there. Oh my goodness. But thank God for the cross. I love this old rugged, this is pretty much old rugged cross. Thank God for the cross that we don't have to do that anymore. In fact, because, see, of what Christ did on that cross, hey, we can enter that constant fellowship with Him, and even when we blow it, even when we do that is not of Him, that is, just sin, hey, the cross has paid the price for that. In fact, listen real quick, if I can kind of read this real quick here, if it does not, I hope it's light enough here. It says, we are Jews by nature and not sinners from the Gentiles. Nevertheless, listen to this, nevertheless, knowing that a person is not justified, listen to this, by works of the law, but through the faith in Christ Jesus, even we have believed in Christ Jesus, Messiah Jesus, so that we may be justified. That's just as if I'd never sinned. So we can be justified by faith in Christ and not by the works of the law. I'm going to skip forward to verse 20 here, because it says, "For I am crucified with Christ, nevertheless I live. Yet not I, but Christ lives in me, and the life which I now live in the flesh, I live by the faith of the Son of God, who loved me and gave Himself for me." Now, let me just wrap this up real quick here, because you've probably done what I've done. You blow it, and you think, oh, man, God doesn't want to hear from me. I better just try to get my act together before I get back to Him. And I'm telling you, nothing can be further from the truth. We don't have to stay ostracized from the Father. But because of what Jesus did, see, because of that faith, we stand justified. You say, but what about, wait a minute, pal. Remember, the cross made the difference.